Candid Mommy and Natalia Taylor were only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to girls shilling personal stories on YouTube for views and cash. Psycho Soprano has been at this game for years. More commonly known as the girl behind Miranda Sings, a comedy channel on YouTube, Colleen Ballinger has been popular on YouTube for a while. While her Miranda Sings channel is comedy-based, and albeit cringy as fuck, at least she's trying there. Her Psycho Soprano channel, on the other hand, is garbage. It's supposed to be her personal channel, out of the Miranda character, but it's mostly just stupid challenges, boring reactions, and every girl's favorite story time videos. Yippee. That brings us to today's video, simply called Life Update, with a clickbaity thumbnail of her crying. Jack's Films actually lampooned this style of video a couple days ago.
There's something I need to tell you guys. I emotionally manipulated you into clicking this video.
I'll link him below in the description because his spot-on parody is what pushed me over the edge into making this review. You see, what Colleen does here with her title and thumbnail is a lot different than the Candid Mommy Natalia Taylor approach. They were new YouTubers coming from nothing, so their titles and thumbnails were all-out clickbait. Divorce Why and Kidnapped My Story are pretty straightforward clickbait, trying to draw in new viewers with dramatic language. They also both have one word followed by a vertical bar, and there's a period in there somewhere. Think of that what you will. Psycho Soprano, on the other hand, already has a large subscriber base. Her angle is this. She uses a vague title and a crying thumbnail to emotionally manipulate all of her 4 million subs to watch her new video. And it worked. Her views went way up from less than 500,000 on the last two videos up to over 7 fucking million on this one. Why such a huge jump in views on this video? Is it better quality or a really goddamn great story? No. Besides it starting to go viral, the biggest reason this life update video has gotten so popular is in one word. There are two big bits of context we need to address before we can even get into the bullshit of her divorce video. In fact, the video itself isn't even the worst bit of bullshit we have about Colleen today. First thing, Colleen's whole public relationship on YouTube has seemed like a sham for years. Her and Joshua first started posting vids together when they were dating over 2 years ago. And to be honest, he is way too good looking for her. She looks like a frumpy ass clown while he looks like a Forever 21 model. Their public relations shit later turned into a proposal video, engagement videos, and eventually the big wedding video saga they did last summer. Dozens and dozens of boring wedding videos. They're total sellouts. They made thousands and thousands of dollars off this wedding, and now they're separating barely a year later? Really makes me second guess everything about them. Were they even in love? Was the wedding a sham? Or maybe the divorce announcement is a sham. They could get back together in a week or two after they make some more money off it. But why now? Why announce a divorce at this time? Well, that brings us to our next bit of context for this story. Colleen's Netflix series, which is coming out in about a week.
Bam! Miranda, you're famous.
Funny how her divorce video came out just 2 days before the trailer dropped for a new Netflix show. Well, that's not just funny, actually. I smell bullshit. Colleen's doing this divorce announcement now to get viral and popular again right before her shitty Netflix show comes out. And that's the most manipulative and disgusting part of this whole story. It's simply deplorables. And guess what? She's actually done this shady shit before. When she first announced her Netflix series back in January, she coupled it with a fake pregnancy announcement. In a video called Pregnancy/Netflix Announcement, Colleen did the same thing she's doing now. She emotionally manipulated her audience into paying attention to her again in order to promote her Netflix show. And she wasn't even fucking pregnant, which makes me think it's very likely she's not even getting divorced, or they were never really married for love in the first place. Either way, they suck balls. Now let's get back to the review. Time to get into the shitty nitty gritty. Here's the latest video from Psycho Soprano called Life Update.
Hey.
Gotta start these emotional storytime videos with a big breath for effect.
I am dreading making this video.
Those eyebrows are out of control. Looks like they have a mind of their own. Almost like a H3H3 style.
Joshua and I are getting a divorce.
And the Oscar for worst acting on YouTube goes to...
I have always shared everything in my life with you guys, and you've been a very big part of my relationship with Josh
Well, that's your first problem right there. Your audience shouldn't be a part of your relationships. That's just weird. Real romantic relationships are personal bonds between two lovers. Your fake little public relationship is a forced piece of shit. You never should have been married in the first place. You're also probably just using the marriage, the relationship, and the life events to get attention and YouTube cash. And I'm fine with people making money off YouTube. I just can't stand the liars, cheaters, and manipulators. And the shitty, boring content.
So, I do feel like this is something I need to share with you, obviously. You guys deserve to know what's going on.
The fact you feel you need to share everything on YouTube and it's so obvious to you is a little troubling. You do realize that this divorce video is not necessary, right? You guys could have been separated for months and your viewers wouldn't even know, unless you show them. No, you're sharing this divorce story because you want to, because you want attention for your Netflix show. Everyone knows that except your 10-year-old fan base.
I don't want to get too deep into it because it is very painful still, and it's very hard for me to talk about.
Oh, I guess that's her sad voice. That's her trying to look sad and upset, folks. She can't even squeeze out one fake tear. If this is her best acting, I can't imagine how bad her cringy Netflix show is gonna be.
We have always had a very rocky relationship since the beginning. We've always butted heads. We've always fought.
You always fought, yet you accepted the proposal and went through with the wedding. Now you cashed all the checks and barely a year later you're cutting and running with everyone's money. What a class act, Colleen. If you guys always butted heads, you should have never married, you idiot. More evidence they weren't married for romantic reasons. This marriage was simply a business arrangement.
We've chosen to share our relationship with you guys online. You've watched us date. You've watched us get engaged. You watched us get married. We've shown you everything because we wanted to, and I don't regret any of that.
Oh, you don't regret making a small fortune off of your wedding? Shocking.
But, you know, we chose to not share with you the hard parts of our relationship, and there were a lot of hard parts of our relationship. And,
It sounds like she's just making shit up here. No story, just generalities. There are no events, just excuses.
I want Joshua to be happy, and I can't make him happy.
That I can believe. No matter how much money you have, living with Colleen Bollinger sounds like a nightmare. Ew. Do you think she says dumb shit and tries to be funny all the time around the house? Sounds fucking annoying. I think Josh just needs a hotter chick who's cool. Or maybe he'd like a dude.
I know a lot of you are going to be really disappointed and really mad and really hurt by this, because you do feel so close to us and you looked up to our relationship and to our love, and so this is going to be confusing and hard for a lot of you, and I totally get that.
At first thought, she sounds really egocentric here, and she is, but she's also kind of right. There's a lot of kids on the internet who look up to these silly YouTubers, and that's the real tragedy here. Kids are being manipulated into watching, supporting, and giving lots of money to internet stars like Colleen Bollinger. I don't know, I'm gonna say it differently every time. Bollinger's been on tour this year, and I looked up the ticket prices. They're $100 fucking dollars. $100 to see this unattractive children's clown mugging on stage for an hour? I can't even imagine how horrible that live show would be. Reminds me of when I was a kid and I would go to those awful live shows of Barney, Ninja Turtles, and the Power Rangers. The kids love watching this shit because they recognize the characters, but the shows are really awful. Colleen Bollinger has become a sort of YouTube Barney at this point, and that's exactly how I picture the live Miranda sing shows.
I wish that I could just send this video just to the people who I know care about me and Josh. I hate that I can't control that it's gonna end up in the hands of all these people who are gonna be so mean and use it as thumbnail clickbait and titles of news articles. It's so gross to use our heartbreak as a way to get attention. So gross.
Oh my god! I can't fucking believe what I'm hearing here! The people who report and comment on your breakup are using it to get attention? No, Colleen, you guys are using it to get attention. That's all you fucking do on this channel, is use life events to get attention. And then you have the balls to say it's disgusting when guys like me comment or report on it? You're a fucking hypocrite.
Our love story was beautiful, and I hope that it still inspires you. It was real. Like, every moment you saw was real. We just chose to not show you the really hard stuff too.
Here's another good indicator that this whole marriage and divorce thing was faked. When she pleads to her audience, it was real, this is actually a sign that it was fake. It was fake. If it was real, you wouldn't even feel the need to say it was real. But since they faked it and probably had some little behind the scenes deal, Colleen feels guilty. She's worried people are catching on to their lies, so she pleads. It's real, it's real. Such a fucking phony thing to say. Whew. That's about all there is to say about this dumb bitch. She drags it out a little longer, just repeating herself, really. At this point, I think it's clear to anyone over the age of 16, Colleen and Joshua's relationship is total bullshit, and they're doing this divorce announcement now to try to get popular again right before the Netflix show comes out. Ballinger's a liar who manipulates children into believing that her stories are true, and then she cashes in on it. It's pretty despicable and should really stop. She's a millionaire already, guys. She has multiple millions of dollars. Who knew being a YouTube Barney was so profitable? Thanks for watching the new episode. Until next time, stay skeptical, everybody. Good night.